There are only two types of fishing: good fishing and great fishing. Great fishing is when you catch something. So we drove all the way from Orange County to Mammoth Lakes in one hop, stop along the way, but it is about a 6.5 hour drive. And then, after spending the night at the Lakeview Villas, where friends of ours own it and operate it, or they operate it, we got on the road early in the morning on Monday morning and headed up 395 towards Lee Vining and the east entrance of Yosemite. Now this is a long, beautiful, beautiful drive, and James is learning how to use the camera. This is the east side of the Sierra Nevada mountains range, and because of a extremely heavy snowfall, first time in 10 years. By the way, this is a photograph through a rear vision mirror of Mono Lake, the island in Mono Lake. Anyway, what we're looking at here now is the road up to the east entrance of Yosemite, the Tioga Pass. And there was, like I said, a heavy snowfall, so it was just beautiful going up this long grade. It's about 11 miles long. Everything was green, and there was patches of snow here and there. And what we're headed for is Lake Ellery. Now this is a lovely photograph of my wonderful brand new red Toyota van, and we are now parked on the edge of Ellery Lake. This lake is at 10,000, I take that back, 9,500 feet, so it is quite a ways up there. And you can see there are still patches of snow come down the edge of the lake. I mean, this is a beautiful fishing spot, and normally we do extremely well, and yet on this trip, not only did we do poorly at this lake, we did poorly at other lakes as well. But the background, just unbelievably beautiful. So we tried fishing Lake Ellery for about 3 hours with absolutely no luck, no bites, no nibbles, no nothing. We decided to try some other locations. We drove up towards the entrance of Yosemite. We stopped along the Tioga Creek. This is a stream, a very good ice stream, running between Tioga Lake and Ellery. And I stopped and took some photos. This is a picture of the people in line going into the east entrance of Yosemite, and Yosemite Valley is overpopulated with tourists, and so you can actually expect delays in driving down into the valley. We're above 10,000 feet here. This is Tioga Lake. We're on our way back down the hill. And we did stop by the Tioga Resort and did take some photographs of the damage done to the resort itself. There was a heavy snowfall, and it crushed the entranceway to the resort, and so it is still closed even in late July. All right, we're coming back down the Tioga Pass, and I wanted James to take some pictures, as this road can be an extremely windy road. It is not overly dangerous. It is a very nice road, but it is a very windy and very long 11 miles at 7% grade. We did stop down on the June Lake Loop. This waterfall normally is a trickle. Of course, a heavy snowfall created a tremendous waterfall. But anyway, we stopped off on the June Lake Loop and again had no luck. Now here is the next day, and we moved up onto the lakes in Mammoth. There's about 7 lakes. So we went to Twin Lakes and Lake Mary, Lake George, and Lake Mamie. And again, absolutely no luck. Oh, here. This is actually down on our third day, down on Rock Creek Lake above Tom's Place. This is one of the most beautiful lakes there is. But if you'll notice that these benches, the legs of them are underwater because the water snowfall was so high and the lake rose so high that there was absolutely no shoreline. This is Old Highway 395. This is the way we got to Mammoth. This is Old Highway 395, and I was recording it as James and I were coming back from Mammoth down into Bishop for the day. We were going to fish Lake Sabrina. But this is the old route that was taken when I was a kid. Okay, my parents had an old 39 Plymouth and came up here, and it would take 8 hours driving from San Diego all the way up to Mammoth. Again, this is some more photographs of some of the lakes in and around the Mammoth area. There's my fishing pole with my little bell on it that never got to ring. But it was just absolutely gorgeous on some of these lakes. I mean, the weather was just beautiful. In the mid-70s, it was comfortable. Got a couple pictures of me fishing and a couple pictures of James fishing. Anyway, we did not catch any fish. And when I say that, I actually did catch 3 fish, but they were too small to keep and bring home. So it was a marvelous trip. The scenery was just the right time of year. It was just gorgeous up there. So fun trip, no fish, going back in August. For those of you who have never driven 395 all the way to Mammoth, you do go through some high desert, and I took some pictures of some Joshua trees. They're always interesting out there in the middle of the desert, and it was a pretty drive home.